Hey everyone, I'm Sam. I work in the marketing department here at NATP. I am here with Eric Green. Eric is a veteran tax pro and instructor extraordinaire with NATP who will be a featured speaker at our national conference in August. Eric is on site this week for an online workshop he taught yesterday that went over how to add representation for resolving IRS tax debts to your practice. Eric, thanks so much for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Nowhere better to be than Appleton, Wisconsin. No, it's actually been a lot of fun, both the full day and all the other stuff we've been doing.
Awesome. So tell everyone a little bit about yourself and the online workshop that you taught yesterday.
All right, well, if you don't know me, I'm Eric Green. I'm with a law firm, Green & Sklarz. We're a boutique tax firm in Connecticut and New York, although we do federal cases all over the country. And we do a lot of teaching. What we did yesterday was a full 8-hour program live that's also recorded and will be available, I think, on demand on resolving tax debts. So the program will walk practitioners through the IRS collection process, dealing with tax liens and tax levies, resolving tax debts, offers, installment agreements, uncollectible, and then finally dealing with payroll tax issues, which is probably the #1 reason why small businesses get into trouble.
Gotcha. Since the workshop was live yesterday, what were some of the best questions that you received during it?
There was a lot of confusion. The IRS has 10 years to collect the debt. There was a lot of confusion around that, so we got some great questions about, so you mean to tell me that it really will go away? Yes, it will. A lot of the stuff on offers and compromise, which you can and can't do. There were some very interesting questions in the payroll arena, as far as what happens if you don't pay payroll taxes. The company owes it, but then they can assess the responsible people, which has its own 10-year collection. And so the interplay between the two of them. So it was a lot of fun. It was a long day, but it was a lot of fun.
I bet. It sounds like it. What about people who are more interested in getting more information about this topic? How can they do that?
So first of all, we have the books available through the NATP. There's the Accountant's Guide to Dealing with the IRS Collection Division, and also the Accountant's Guide to Resolving Tax Debts, which have about 200 pages of exhibits and letters and samples. So it really is meant to be like a standalone guide that can walk people through this. And of course, we're going to be doing a lot more stuff together. I think we have the webinar series coming up. We're going to be doing innocent spouse, installment agreements, and just the IRS maze from start to finish. So from exam, through exam, appeals, through collection to, so we called it, I think, from initial audit notice to closing agreement. So it'll bring you right through everything.
Wonderful. That's a lot of great education available to our members and non-members as well. Which ones are you most excited about?
The innocent spouse one, I think, because that's an area where people just don't understand, what do I need to argue for innocent spouse, and kind of how I go about it. Also, what are some of the other things I can force the IRS to consider? And so that was a fun one to put together, because I think there are a lot of good hints and tips that they're going to have through that.
Awesome. So you're also going to be a speaker at our national conference in August. Do you know what you're going to be addressing?
We're going to be doing a tax resolution workshop for part of it, and then we're also going to be talking about criminal tax investigations. What do preparers have to do to protect the client, but also protect themselves? Because the first thing the client brings up is, my accountant did it. I don't know, my accountant did it. And so we spend a lot of time defending preparers. And so what are some of the things they should be considering when this stuff sort of comes out?
Perfect. So Eric, while you were here with us, you also mentioned a little bit earlier in this video that you recorded a few other webinars, all of which will be available this fall on our website. So if you're interested in learning more with Eric, you can check that out. Check out our website, natptax.com. That's all I've got for you today, Eric. I know you have to jet out of here eventually. So thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Wonderful. All right. Bye, everyone.